And here were the Boston Celtics arriving earlier. The players with a look of intensity as they try to pick up a win on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The tallest building in the United States, One World Trade Center. Looking glorious tonight as we come to you from New York. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Che.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Andre Drummond is out there with Davis. And it's Che in at the small forward position. And for New York, Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Ntilikina out there with Barrett. And it's Robinson in at the 5. Early on, Brent, what are some of the intangibles you look for in a team that may be taking the next step?
First of all, is the player who's returning that's shouldering most of the responsibility, is he any better than last season, Kevin? Has there been some growth in his game? Secondarily,
the great ones always grow.
They always do, and they're really sharp usually coming out of summertime, and they're ready to go. Second thing is, has the roster been tinkered with a little bit or tweaked a little bit? If I was scoring that, Kevin, I'm giving that a strong 9 from Che.
Pass to Randall. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I briefly spoke with Nate McMillan. Facing one of the game's truly elite players in Anthony Davis, he said, an all-around player, he'll find a way to affect the game. We've got to build a wall, force him to be a playmaker. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Che passes to Drummond. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Here's Ntilikina. And that one is off. And it's Boston the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Here's Barrett. It's hauled in by Che.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Ntilikina kicks to Robinson. Randall against Davis. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive.
That's a great dunk.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
Oh, my
the confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. A putback, but they'll get another chance. Randall no good.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Che, right side. Back to Walker. Outside, Davis. There's Brown with the 3. Kept alive by Boston. Che inside. And he really did play well against Chicago in that last game. And that one's good by Davis.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Well, these two teams will see plenty of each other, as this is the first of 4 contests between them this year.
And hopefully this one sets the tone for what we're going to see in the other 3 games against these teams. They'll both be sort of measuring each other out here in the first quarter.
And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Toronto, they've climbed all the way up to the 2nd spot.
And you know, the Celtics, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
Davis against Randall, trying to end the drought. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, Randall's not passing that one up. Fantastic job at converting when he's got the kind of position like that.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. Well, as usual, a lot of offense in the NBA is being generated from the small forward position this season. Here are the league's best at that position. Shea, number 1.
There is no doubt he is one of the league's most dynamic offensive players. I mean, he's capable of putting up some huge numbers from that wing position.
Well, the biggest number among them being that scoring average. He provides high-octane, high-energy offense at all times, and there's virtually nothing an opponent can do to slow him down. Say your prayers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here's Barrett. He's covered by Brown. Now, Barrett. There's the pass to Knox. Clock at 4. From deep 3-point range. Rebounded by the Celtics. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position, and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control. Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Proving he belongs in this league. Ntilikina getting better at taking contact and finishing.
The Knicks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Count the basket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
He kicks it to Robinson. Passes it to Barrett. And Barrett slams it in.
And you see the edge Barrett plays with, attacking the rim with bad intention.
Robinson with the block. 3-pointer. Barrett, no good.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Pass to Knox. Kemba Walker with the rebound.
And you know, you can see in his eyes, he knows that is not a dunk he should have missed.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Knicks trail by 12. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Julius Randle. Damian Dotson comes in for Kevin Knox. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Ntilikina. Knox in the pass to Robinson. Shea with the block.
Crazy to think scouts were saying that Shea didn't play with enough heart. That block showing you that he wants it.
New York's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Throws it up high. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And Smart now atop the key. The Celtics working the ball around now. The drive by Shea. It's rebounded by New York.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And he's able to get it back. Right side, good.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Smith outside. Back to Payton. From 13, Dotson kicks to Robinson. Over Whiteside. Robinson, that's good.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Shea outside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Really wild to think that there were doubts on Shea's commitment to the game. He's proving himself and proving that he can hoop.
Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where?
New York going with almost an entire new group here. Randall's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Kevin Knox comes in for Plumlee. It's checked in for Damian Dotson. And it's Ntilikina in for Elfrid Payton. Pulls up on the wing, off the left rim and out.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Barrett and Knox in at the forward positions. Ntilikina out there with Smith. And it's Randall in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Shea with the block.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Bulls was huge. He scored an incredible number of points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him, we'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Ntilikina passes to Barrett. Here's Ntilikina, covered by Shea. Ntilikina can't hit.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Barrett. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Barrett's got 6 points in the quarter.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
And here is Drummond, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. That shot missing. Here's Smith. Shea with the block. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Shea kicks to Drummond. Shea left side. It's Davis on the wing. Another shot. No good off the back of the rim.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Here's Knox. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Knox. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the difference in that one, the efficiency from range. They really focused on getting good looks.
It looked like the directive in that game was that they wanted to attack, and all that work that they put in on the perimeter turned into a big night from deep.
New York shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Smith. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford.
I know
There's been nobody
yeah.
better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and, thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
Randall against Walker, and it's sent back by Drummond. Floats it up for Davis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
Knicks trail by 21. Ntilikina passes to Randall. Now here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. And Barrett slams it in.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Shea outside. Outside, Davis. Boston getting another chance here.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
Lets a floater go. Ntilikina can't hit. Boston leading by 19 points. And Shea gets it to go on the assist by Brown. That's now 22 points for Shea. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. To the wing right side. Here's Randall. The shot, no good. Good D by Drummond. Shea inside. Good. Shea's got 24 points.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Barrett. Covered by Shea. Basket good. Barrett's got 12 in the game.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one. Oh, man. Caution. Flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Tons of attention on Shea. He's showing us that he can hoop.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Pass to Barrett. Here's Ntilikina. New York moving it around. And Barrett slams it in.
and he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Shea with it. He's got 26. And the dunk by Jay.
Yeah, Jay getting smacked around on the inside, brushing it off. That was tough.
Here's Barrett with 4 seconds on the clock, and he gets it back. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. And the first one at the line is good.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's the Celtics.
Kevin, thanks. Well, Shea, you have had your own block party here in the first half. Very intimidating. It looked like you were trying to send a message.
Yeah, DA, man, I think tonight was a chance to, come out and set a tone with some defensive stops. I'm always looking to help out the team with a block here or there, man, and just prevent easy looks at the rim.
Well, you definitely got their attention so far. We'll see you in the second half. Guys?
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you look at Shea in this game, he has been everywhere.
I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
You can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Walker and Brown, they're manning the backcourt. Shea is out there with Davis, and it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. The Celtics shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Well, the great thing about the NBA is that you can prove yourself on a nightly basis. Shea's stock fell staying 4 years in college. A lot of analytics guys don't like the fact that as you get older, you maybe don't have the chance to reach a higher ceiling, but he's performed since he's entered the league.
That's his first personal foul.
For New York, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
At the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one.
7th pick in the 2014 NBA draft. The interesting thing about Randall is he falls into that category as a tweener, maybe not a 3-man or a 4-man, but over the course of his career, he's decided to improve his outside shooting, become a threat driving to the basket, and now finding a home offensively in the NBA. You wonder how much further he can go if he could expand to the 3-point line. Julius Randle's going to be in this league for a long time.
Celtics leading by 23. Now here's Shea. His 3-pointers off the mark. And the pass to Knox. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Shea.
Well, that kind of activity from Kevin Knox is going to pose some problems for the defense.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Kevin Knox's father played professional football when Kevin was growing up. That may be where he gets some of his toughness from.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Walker. Che outside. Oh, and the jam by Che.
Che showing a little bit of a mean streak right now to his game. Thinking dunk, getting dunked.
Here's Ntilikina. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
No good on that one.
Ntilikina, well-traveled, born in Belgium, growing up in France, and joined the NBA as the second youngest player in the league's history as a rookie.
He hits the second from the line. And Walker's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. The drive by Che. Oh, and the jam by Che.
Maybe that possession there just represents Che's rise to the NBA. Tough, nothing given. He comes through.
A difficult situation for New York. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. But Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you.
Oh, nice up fake. I even saw you, Kevin, get out of your chair. Starting with 4 years of college ball, Che has put so much into the game.
That free throw, no good. He's off on the second. The Knicks shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Now, here's Barrett. Tight defense on him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The energy Barrett plays with puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hands.
He's had 5 chances at the line, gone 4 for 5.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Shea outside. Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Shea. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. He's been a factor for them over the last month. He's averaging 8 points, 10 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And his defensive presence inside, not to be overlooked. He builds a wall around the basket.
Yeah, over this whole last stretch of games, he's been shutting down the lane with total authority. Impressive stuff.
And the first one drops. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. The Knicks shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Knox has got 5.
Well, he's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
Shea kicks to Brown. Pass to Drummond.
That's a guy you really want to root for out there. Shea does a lot of great work away from the game.
Here's Ntilikina. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Out left to the wing. Here's Randall, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Davis.
Clearly a foul.
For Knicks, Julius Randle. Taking 2 shots.
That one is off. Smith checked in for Frank Ntilikina. Boston also with a sub. Daniel Tice is checked in for Andre Drummond. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or 2, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
It's stolen by Brown. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Shots good by Walker.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now Smith. Pass to Knox. And here is Robinson. Back to Knox. They need this. Second chance shot. Trying to get open is Randall. In deep. Robinson drops it in. Robinson's got his 3rd basket of the night. Shea outside. Outside, Walker from past the arc. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Anthony Davis with the rebound. The Celtics have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Lets it fly. That shot off. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And Brown runs the floor like a freight train at 225 pounds. He's a mammoth that wrecks defenses in transition.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
For the Knicks, Plumlee is checked in for Julius Randle. Damian Dotson comes in for Kevin Knox. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Barrett. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Hayward with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And it's slammed in by Davis.
There's something about it. The game feels like it's slowing down out there for Che, who's seeing the whole court.
For New York, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA. And the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding.
For Boston, they have had some good chances at the line, but only gone 6 of 12 from the stripe.
One shot.
The free throw drops by Hayward.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And here is Payton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Here's Ntilikina. Off target from three-point range. Che inside. Plumlee with the rebound. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Ntilikina. The offensive rebound. Robinson. And stolen by Tatum. And here we go. Che heading to the hoop.
Exploiting errors by the offense, Che tries to run whenever he can.
1:05 left in the third quarter of the game. Payton with the ball. Pass to Ntilikina from 20 feet out. Che with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. And the Celtics making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Here's Payton. 5 to shoot. Over Smart. Plumlee trying to break loose. Good work defensively by Smart. Outside Tatum. Drummond in the post. Robinson on him. Back to Che. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Smart misses. Payton looking around. The pass to Plumlee. Here's Dotson. Covered by Che. Over Smart. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Che making things happen for the Boston Celtics. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Defensively, we got to keep the
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Harper is out there with Barrett. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Dotson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for New York right now. Che drives in, and the dunk by Che.
You just cannot have any fear once you commit to taking it to the hoop. Che showing some guts.
Here's Barrett. Dotson the pass to Harper. Fires for 3. Dotson can't hit.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shea outside. Oh, and the jam by Shea.
So modest off the court. Shea is still flashy on the court. Like to see it.
New York shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Back to Dotson. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory, but it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
Floats it up for Shea. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Pulls up for three. Dotson can't hit. Boston shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Tries a three. But they recover it.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
4 on the shot clock. Fires from deep. And Shea with the basket on the assist from Smart. 49 points for Shea.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
To the inside, and he goes in for the dunk.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And another one falls. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
New York's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Dotson the pass to Harper. Here's Barrett. Back to Harper. There's the dish to Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Dotson. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They've only given up 5 points here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Shoots from 12. Rebounded by the Celtics. Shea's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Dotson. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I've got to do it at home. Right. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. Now the Knicks with it. Randall surveying the D. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, he goes in there and you're worried about getting bumped if you're a defender by Julius Randle, not the other way around. So physical.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Randall. Both free throws good from Randall. So it's the Celtics now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Barrett. And the Knicks miss again. The Celtics have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. New York's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Here's Barrett. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Not many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super team?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there?
I don't want to get into the specifics.
Okay, I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
I tell you what, did he take off on that one? Not many players can elevate it and literally fly. What a special talent, and it's plays like that that remind me just how amazing these athletes are in the NBA.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
One shot.
Well, he's putting his game right in the face of the defense right now and just driving into the paint to get contact.
Smith dishes to Barrett. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Celtics have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. And again, 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Free throw, good. Shea. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about and their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And they double up Jay. 2 points. That one goes. Schofield's got his first basket.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Randall with the bucket. Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's a good try on defense, but with a scorer like Randall, it's just not enough.
Jay outside. And they double up Jay. Here's Tice. That's tipped. Now here is Smith. But obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. that's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Barrett with the ball. Shay's there. Here's Randall. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. The second effort, tries again. Shea passes to Waters. From beyond the arc, and good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Celtics.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Plumlee is checked in for New York. Harper comes in for Smith.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Boston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Shea inside, and no good. Plumlee with some nice D. Barrett the pass to Barrett. Sweet little floater.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. There's 37 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Harper kicks to Plumlee. Barrett wide open. He fires. No good on the 3.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Shea drives in. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
19 seconds left in the game. Now Barrett. It's blocked. On the wing, Shea. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. The way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it. That's how to get it done on the road.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame.
Hey again, everybody. Ernie Johnson. I got Shaq here. Got Kenny the Jet here. Standing by on headset near the locker rooms, right down the hall, around the corner, we get a chance to catch up with our post-game guest,
Hey, Shaq here. I appreciate the double-double effort tonight. Aggressive on the glass and scoring the rock. Talk about your mindset coming in.
Oh, man, as soon as the game started, I knew I was going to slay. Scoring on the boards, I think all the double-doubles you put up, Shaq, and you got 4 rings, man. I know one doesn't equate to the other, but you can't argue with the results. I'm all about the banners, baby, just like you.
Yeah, I like them banners.
And that's going to do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For the Jet, for the Diesel, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew.
Great job on D tonight, especially protecting the rim. I'd been told that you set a new career high for blocks.
Yeah, our PR person just told me that too. Kelly, shouts out to you, love.
Well, that got me thinking, how much does setting new career highs mean to you at this stage in your career?
It's more important to me to put on a good show for the fans. I mean, we get to do this for a living because of them. So if I have to go out there and get a career high or whatever, I'm going to have to do that. I'm trying to make this city proud, our fans proud, and this team proud.
Good stuff. Thanks, Che.
Oh, no problem, guys.
Thanks.
Hey, Kelly, do we have any more interviews? What's up, Patty?
You've come a long way from 4-year college guy to top vote getter in the All-Star game. How would you say your game has progressed?
I think a lot of it comes down to the opportunity I've been given as a member on this team. You know, this is a first-class organization, and they've done everything possible to help not just me, but everyone on this team reach their full potential. You know, they do a fantastic job here of setting the culture. And in that culture, you're supposed to keep improving, keep working on your game, and it's helped me a lot.
Che, you had a lot of blocks out there tonight. I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit about what you've done to work on that part of your game.
You know, Patty, this might trip you out a little bit. It's kind of funny, you know. I've been playing a lot of 2K, and I really think it's helping out with my timing.
The video game?
Yeah. Like I'm telling you, they do a really good job with that. You gotta take it just right, or you're cooked. Pump fake, catch you slipping, cooked. Wait just a little slip, second too long, cooked. It's pretty realistic, you know?
Have you talked to your coaches about this theory? Maybe they want to incorporate 2K into your next practices.
Oh, Patty, you know what? I don't think they'll go for that, but I don't know. You know, you might be onto something there. I'll give it a shot, and I'll let you know if it works.